Look, sometimes things break.
Will not break. Will not. It broke.
Teslas, they're not exempt to that. Whether it be something just broke on its own, or maybe it's something that you broke during an upgrade. Have you ever tried to replace one of those clips that are all over the inside of a Tesla? It's a nightmare. In today's video, we're going to talk about how difficult it can be to try and find parts to replace parts in your Tesla. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We recently had a situation where something just kind of broke. It was actually a part of our suspension that broke. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Chris, what about your warranty? Well, if you've been watching the channel, you've seen, well, we actually replaced our suspension and we upgraded it to the luxury coilover set from Unplugged Performance. It was an original Tesla part that was still left as part of the suspension upgrade. It still broke. So it was something that we were gonna have to replace ourselves. Thankfully, we know Joe and his team over at Evolution Autosports that specialize in EV repairs, which would make it a whole lot cheaper than going through Tesla to get it done. But you still have to find the part, buy the part, and then bring it to the repair shop to have it fixed. Well, that is a lot easier said than done, because finding true, genuine Tesla parts, well, it's not like you could just go down the street to Pep Boys or AutoZone and just pick up a part. This is a much different process. The part that we needed to replace was actually part of our rear suspension. It's called a jounce bumper. It's basically the big rubber piece that stops the suspension from going too far down. Now, the first challenge in all of this is finding the appropriate name for the part. Luckily, I had a guy like Joe who's very experienced and knows what all of this stuff is called, so he was able to give me the proper name of it. But then starts the search of trying to find the part online. It's not as easy as you might think. So naturally that meant I went to the internet to try and find my part. Even those manufacturers that are typically trusted by dealers like Napa, even they didn't have the part that I needed. Now I will say Napa does have a supply of Tesla parts. It's a very small supply, but they do have a small selection of parts to pick from, just not what I needed. So after doing hours and hours of research online, I really kind of came up with no answer. I scoured the Tesla website. There was no way to find a parts order. When you go to the Tesla shop, it's all accessories and fashion wear and things like that. There was just no easy solution on how to order a true Tesla part. But after scouring the internet for hours and hours, I finally came across a Reddit thread that gave me my answer. It turns out the only way to get it is from Tesla. Well, duh, I mean, I kind of figured that. However, I couldn't find a way to order the part. Now you have two options here. You can either actually go physically to your local service center and see if they have it in stock. If they don't, typically they will order it for you as long as it's a part that they can sell to you directly. Or you can go into your Tesla app and place a service appointment and then use the chat to let them know that you want to order a part. But to help the process, it's helpful if you know the part number before you go to Tesla. Well, that then led to a whole nother slew of an investigative process navigating the Tesla part catalog to find the part number. Now, before you can request the part from Tesla through the mobile app, you actually have to know the part number that you're looking for. And to find that part number, you actually have to go through the Tesla parts catalog on their website, but it's not the easiest to find. So I will go ahead and drop a link to their parts catalog down in the description below. When you first jump on, it wants to know what product are you talking about? One of their vehicles, one of their tools, or something related to solar. In our case, we're looking for a vehicle. And then it asks you to pick the model. They have the S, the X, the Roadster, the 3, and the Y. Brings you right into the Model Y parts catalog. It breaks it all down by the type of part you need. Something for the body, something for one of the closing components like a door, the frunk, the trunk lid. Now, if you know the name of the part that you need, you can actually just go right into the part search up top here. You can type in the name up there, and then it'll go ahead and take you right to it. In my case, I actually did know the name of the part I needed. So if I go right in here and I type in jounce bumper, there it is right there, the part that I need. It is under rear coil spring and dampers. You can go ahead and click that, and it shows you a nice diagram right here of the parts themselves. Here's the suspension spring. Here is the seat for the spring. This is the rod itself. Now the jounce bumper, the part that I needed in this case, is actually this piece right here. It's part number 9. So if you look down here, part 9, right here is the jounce bumper. Now it tells you right here, it is over the counter, so there's no worries. I know it's something that I can buy from Tesla directly. It's not a proprietary part that they won't sell to me. It tells me that they're sold in quantities of 1 and that I can order them singular. I don't have to order multiples. And then right here is the part number itself. So when I go to reach out to Tesla, I can say, hey, I'm looking for this part number, and you can see all of these parts are over the counter. Now, it is very possible that you can go and find a part that isn't available over the counter. Here's an example of a part that is not available over the counter, so you would not be able to purchase it. You'll see right here it says Tesla only. That means that Tesla's not allowed to sell you this part over the counter. This is something that if you need to get this replaced, you're going to actually have to contact Tesla and have them do the entire thing for you. You're going to have to buy the part from them and have them do the install. It must be done through Tesla. So the other nice reason to go to this parts catalog is to find out whether or not this part is even available to purchase over the counter, or if this is something that you're going to have to go through Tesla for. We all kind of know how Tesla can be sometimes, and not even really Tesla, but I think mechanics in general can sometimes want to really encourage you to do the work through them, and unfortunately sometimes I feel like that can lead to a little bit of dishonesty. If I just went directly to Tesla and I said, hey, the jounce bumper on my suspension went, can I please purchase a new one from you? They might have told me something along the lines of, no, we can't sell this to you, because they want the work behind it as well. By me doing this and kind of doing a little bit of the homework on my own, I know that that part, they actually can sell it over the counter. So if they were to tell me, no, they couldn't, I had to do it through them, I can kind of reply back and say, well, your parts catalog says that the part that I need is available over the counter. All I want to do is purchase that part. Can we please set up a time where I can come in and I can pick that part up? It's always best to kind of be your own advocate and to do a little bit of your own homework, so that way you know going into it what the right answer is. When I originally placed my service appointment, Tesla wouldn't really communicate with me through the app until our appointment came within a couple days of when the actual appointment was scheduled for. So I scheduled it for 2.5 weeks out, and I immediately sent them a message, but it went completely unresponded to. I didn't actually hear from Tesla until my appointment was about 3 days out from the actual appointment date that was set. And then Tesla responded and said, oh, we don't actually have this part in stock, but we can order it. Then they rescheduled my appointment for like another 2 weeks out. After about a week, I then got another message from Tesla saying, well, it's not going to come in on time, so we're pushing it back again. I just ended up canceling it because at that point we were already kind of waiting about 4 weeks. When you're in a situation where the part that you're waiting for is really something so you can drive your car again, it's something that you're just going to have to kind of wait on. Even if I had taken my car to Tesla directly, first of all, the cost would have been at least 3 times more than what it ended up costing me in the end. The waiting process would still be the same, because making the appointment, I still had to wait 2.5 weeks before I could get the earliest appointment. And once I bring it in, if it's not in stock, it's not in stock. So Tesla was going to have to wait. So for me, I ended up not going through Tesla in the end to purchase it. Joe was actually able to order the part himself through a Tesla contact that he has in a much faster way. Maybe if I would have driven to my Tesla service center and I would have talked to them in person, I probably could have gotten it ordered a little bit faster. But for us, at least at this time, our nearest Tesla service center is about 45-50 minutes away. I was hoping that we could get this resolved through the app. In the end, we got everything fixed. Everything is good to go. The car is back to riding beautifully again. But hopefully this helped you out in a repair that maybe you have to make to your Tesla, or as part of an upgrade that you're doing to your Tesla. Please make sure to smash that like button down below. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe while you're down there too. Don't forget that the Tesla referral program, it's back. You'll save a couple $100s on the purchase price, which is actually pretty sweet. And the person who referred you will also get a little bit of a kickback as well. If you don't know anybody that has a Tesla to get their referral code, we'll drop ours down in the description below. You're welcome to use it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in another one real soon.